wanderer. I roam around, 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 around. Let go, my letting go.
What's good, everybody? It's your host Classic coming at you with a segment today on none other than the, wait for it, the balls. That's right, I said the balls. Now the reason why I say the balls rather than just Lonzo is because Lavar has successfully raked in everybody's attention in basketball. And obviously, let's not forget the meme community. What has everybody been going nuts about? Well, for starters, Lavar said his son could start for the Warriors and do a better job than Steph Curry did in the playoffs. This man pretty much told Nike to piss off when they offered his son a shoe deal. And the biggest no-no? Lavar called out the GOAT, Michael Jordan, saying that he could beat him in a one-on-one. The Balls even started making their own shoes, a Big Baller brand. As somebody who collects sneakers, I can tell you that Lonzo's sneaker costs $495. When questioned about people who couldn't afford his Big Baller brand products, such as a pair of $200 slides, Lavar simply replied with, "If you can't afford Big Baller brand, then I guess you're not a big baller," which is absolutely absurd. I guess this means I'm never going to be a big baller. So let's discuss the foundation of this hype, Lonzo Ball. During the NBA draft, sports journalist Jay Bilas compared Lonzo to a Jason Kidd, but with a three-point shot. During his one-year campaign at UCLA, Ball dropped 14 points per game. He grabbed 6 rebounds a game, dished just under 8 assists per game, while shooting 55% from the floor, 41% from deep, and 67% from the charity stripe. To give you an idea of how good this guy is, he broke Gary Payton's assist record in the Pac-12. And that game actually happened to be against Markelle Fultz and the Huskies. Ball had 14 assists that game. The kid also had the second most assists ever in a season, passing Jason Kidd by 2 assists. Like Markelle Fultz, Ball only has a few weaknesses we can spot right now. He averaged 2.5 turnovers per game in college, and his free throw percentage could be worked on a bit, which will come with time. But the biggest thing for Lonzo is going to be his transition into the NBA with everybody watching and his dad enormously increasing the pressure for him to be a star. Lonzo has to realize that it's going to take time to become a star in the Lakers franchise and that he doesn't need to have an amazing game every night like his father would suggest. An example of this would be Lonzo Ball's Summer League debut. A sold-out crowd of 17,500 fans watched Ball score 5 points in 31 minutes. Out of his 15 field goal attempts, 11 of them were three-point attempts. He only made one of these. It's easy for the haters to say that Lonzo Ball is a bust already, but on ESPN Primetime we saw versus the Celtics that this guy was drafted at number 2 for a reason. Lonzo put on a show with 11 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists against Jason Tatum and company. Last game versus Sacramento, Lonzo Ball sat the game out due to groin pain. I get injuries occur, but doesn't it seem awful convenient for this to happen on the day that he has to play against De'Aaron Fox, the man who beat his team in the NCAA tournament and dropped 39 points on him that game that, quote, shut his dad up. If I were a Lakers fan, something I would keep my eye on is his shooting percentages. Ball has to learn how to take smart shots in the NBA, which I'm sure will improve with time. With a potential starting lineup of Lonzo Ball, Jordan Clarkson, Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, and Brook Lopez, this team looks as if it has built a foundation for a quick rebuild. Imagine if next free agency they do end up landing Paul George. Look out, Golden State Warrior fans. These guys will give you a run for your money. Here's a fun fact for you guys to think about while I make my next video. Alright, and that'll be it for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more basketball and gaming content. I plan on doing a live stream of a game that is actually in one of my first slides here. If you guys look hard enough, you can find that. I will be reviewing the game and general content involved in that. So stay tuned for that later this week. Make sure to leave comments about what you liked and maybe even what you didn't like. This is Classic, signing off.